The most magical car in the world is the one that makes you feel like you can fly. The 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, codenamed the Gullwing, is a groundbreaking creation of car that breaks the known understanding of automotive engineering and design. While quickly becoming an iconic supercar and web superstar, for the past few months I've been following the development, design, and hand-built manufacturing of the SLS automobile. They use the term automobile very loosely with this car. This car's development will change the future of the way we look and what we expect from cars. From the power, the protection, just the all-out sexiness, the control, the speed, the maneuverability, and the breathtaking wow factor. This car has a lot of wow. Yeah, the root of the Gullwing's design is an all-aluminum base frame. There it is. It's completely all aluminum. What's cool about this, Mercedes uses cast aluminum in places where extreme force and flex is being exerted. Places like this section here, where the suspension in the rear suspension is placed. The beauty of cast aluminum is that you can create it pretty much as thick as you want it, creating a lot of reinforcement. In other areas where not so much force or flex is exerted, like the top of the frame here, just regular aluminum is used. And the beauty of that is that you can make it as skinny as you want to, which saves a lot of weight. Cars like these, the more weight you save, the better performance. The suspension in the SLS is derived from Formula One racing. It uses a double wishbone axles with a strut assembly mounted to the bottom wishbone. What this does, it creates not only a super tight steering, but also creates the illusion like the wheels never really move. There's no vertical travel, so it feels like any road you're on is just literally as flat as can be. See here. So with all this being applied, the weight distribution of the car is 47% front, 53% to the back, which is pretty good. See here. The foundation of the car design, engineers made sure that the power was there to move this chassis masterpiece. The heart of the SLS is a AMG produced 6.3 liter 32 valve V8, naturally aspirated, that pumps out a staggering 571 peak horsepower at 68 RPMs, 6,800 RPMs, which is pretty high. It's a really high revving engine. That calculates to 6.25 pounds per horsepower. It's made into the all-new AMG Speedshift DCT 7-speed automatic transmission. With all new components from AMG, this new engine is quite a masterpiece. As you can see here, this is a magnesium intake manifold. Made into the manifold itself are 8 like funnels kind of. Mercedes calls them velocity chutes, I think, or velocity. I can't find it. Velocity stat. What these do is pretty much funnel cold air coming in from the intake directly into each of the 8 combustion chambers. It's a lot more efficient than just the usual design of an intake manifold, the traditional design, I should say. The engine features 2 electronic throttle bodies, each measuring 72 millimeters in diameter, which is pretty huge. Even if there was just one, it's very huge. The throttle bodies offer incredible responsiveness. So as soon as you hit the throttle, all 571 horses are just bam, right there on the pavement. Here, I think they calculated it down to 150 milliseconds of time. So that's how long it takes from the second you push the pedal for you to start moving. This massive amount of power. Sorry, misplaced myself. The new 7-speed transmission is also a masterpiece in its own right. See here, I don't really have a picture of it, but I'll show you the interior. You can see the shifter here. This transmission has a setting, 4 different settings, depending on how you want to drive that day. Go from all the way from, I think they call it street to highway to sport and to all-out race. It's a push start car. That's all part of the transmission. So you just push it and the engine starts. See here. The beautiful part about this transmission, it is a crazy close ratio configuration, which means I'm not sure if you guys been in a manual car. In a manual car, when you feel the gears change, you go from first and it's like wah, and then wah. Well, that hesitation, and I don't make the best sound effects, but that hesitation between gears and the time it takes for you to get to one gear to another, and that like jerking motion you feel, it's not good. It means it takes way too long to get from first to second to third, whatever. This transmission has an incredibly tight, close ratio configuration, so it feels like it's just one big gear, so it goes just wah, wah, so you feel no gap in between the gears. It's incredibly fast. So fast that it brings the car to an impressive performance of 0 to 62 miles per hour in just under 3.7 seconds, which is ridiculously fast. See here. AMG makes sure to back up the performance with an impressive design. One of my favorite cars from AMG. See here. As you see the interior, it's beautiful. This is the outside of the car. Yeah, it does this reminiscent of the DeLorean. So walking up and inside of this car is an experience on its own before even starting the engine. See here, I'm going to talk a little about the design. From the inside is completely, I'm going to show you the inside first. The inside is completely aviation styled. There's a lot of aviation cues inside. These air vents are designed after jet engines, kind of the way they're shaped. The cockpit itself, all the knobs and everything, it kind of feels like you're inside some kind of cockpit of some aircraft somewhere. This whole dashboard here was designed in, I forgot what jet it is, but it's supposed to mimic one of the airplane's wings. So that's pretty cool. On the outside, see here, you have the iconic, very iconic gull wing. This is where it gets its nickname, the gull wing. These doors open up to a 70-degree angle in relation to the floor, which makes it really easy to get in. You could actually, it's actually a lot more efficient than the normal opening doors because you could open them in really tight spaces and have a lot more access to get in. Let's see here. And well, the car has it all and more. The new 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG is clearly a beautifully orchestrated and precisely coordinated effort by some of the best minds in the automotive world. Capabilities and features make getting behind the wheel of one an experience all human beings should experience at least once. I really think the world would be a better place. So for all of you still not convinced that the new SLS for AMG is at the reigns of supercar supremacy, here's a little video. And although it's like really edited to seem really theatrical, it's 100% true. This test was really conducted by Mercedes-Benz, I think late last year. It shows the capabilities of the new SLS. Put the volume up before I start. Crazy experienced driver. He's like legendary over in Europe. Mercedes uses them a lot. But as you can see, not only see, but you can hear the exhaust note is just nasty beautiful. Just so you know, this car does get still 18 miles per gallon average, and all the information that I listed you can find on Mercedes-AMG.com. Thank you. How much is the cup? I have not checked. It's still in the 500.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.